The top 10 rock albums of 2011. Number 10, Blood Ceremony, Living with the Ancients, Grade B. This second album by this heavy psych and almost doom metal band that sounds like a mix of Jethro Tull and Black Sabbath isn't quite as good as their debut, as many of the songs go on far too long with too much flute. But 3 songs on the album are really good. Standout tracks: Coventry, My Demon Brother, Oliver Haddo. Number 9, Ty Siegel, Goodbye Bread, Grade B. Not as good as his previous album, but another really good garage rock album with 3 good songs. Standout tracks: You Make the Sun Fry, The Floor, Where Your Head Goes. Number 8, Graveyard, Hissing and Blues, Grade B. Another really good album by this heavy psych band from Sweden, with even more of a 1970s hard rock influence in their debut album. Standout tracks: No Good Mr. Holden, Hissing and Blues, The Siren. Number 7, The Strokes, Angles, Grade B. 2 singles are very good, but the rest of this album is too electronic and strays way too far from the Strokes' usual Velvet Underground-influenced garage rock revival sound. Standout tracks: Under Cover of Darkness, Taken for a Fool. Number 6, Cage the Elephant, Thank You Happy Birthday, Grade B+. Not as good as their debut album, as the album's sound is all over the place, but the 2 good songs are really good and sound more like their debut album. Standout tracks: Always Something, Aberdeen. Number 5, Arctic Monkeys, Suck It and See, Grade B+. A lot of this album honestly isn't very good, as many of the songs are very too much pop, but this album has 2 really good songs, one of which has an incredible stoner rock sound, and is one of the greatest songs the band ever made. Standout tracks: Don't Sit Down 'Cause I've Moved Your Chair, Library Pictures. Number 4, Rival Sons, Pressure and Time, Grade A-. Another great album from this band that sounds like it could have been one of the great classic rock bands of the 1970s. Standout tracks: Pressure and Time, Burn Down Los Angeles, Gypsy Heart. Number 3, Orchid, Capricorn, Grade A-. A great debut album by this really good American doom metal band that are obviously big fans of Black Sabbath. Standout tracks: Eyes Behind the Wall, Black Funeral, Down into the Earth, He Who Walks Alone. Number 2, Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, Bloodlust, Grade A-. The production quality on this doom metal band's second album is much better than on their debut, and the vocals are also much better, with singer Kevin Stars finding his John Lennon-like sound. There aren't quite as many good songs as on their debut, but the good songs on this album are great. Standout tracks: I'll Cut You Down, Death's Door, Over and Over Again, Curse in the Trees. Number 1, The Black Keys, El Camino, Grade A. This is another great album by the Black Keys, even though it's the album where they move farther away from their raw blues-based sound and become more of a singles band than an albums band. The 3 singles are great though. Standout tracks: Gold on the Ceiling, Little Black Submarines, Lonely Boy.